Doodle Clubbers and Chroma Clubbers. Today is another edition of Ask CCH, formerly known as DCH. Embrace the power of the doodle. Today what I wanted to do was actually cover some of the projects that people have submitted for the game design week. I think it'll be a good way to see what designs are good and what aren't. So here's a submission, and it says it's flower off to Rainbow Land, white, and you can't touch it. A cloud. Okay, so it's not really clear what you have to do. Please add more puzzles that players have to solve to actually win the marker. So that's what I say, and then I just reject it. And we'll go over some that actually have been approved. Let me get to the next one here, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's the scale marker. It's and this was cool. This is submitted by, who is it by? Teal Turquoise. Okay, so the character in Doodle Hero, quote, or is the Doodle Hero who goes on a fun and dangerous quest to recover the scale marker for use for other doodlers. The cool part is that the character has an artistic skill that not many doodlers have, the ability to bring art to life. Use this special skill, use the Doodle Hero will accomplish all the trials in the way of retrieving the scale marker. The Doodle Hero will also be accompanied by a lifelong friend of their choice, a magical creature created by the hero themselves. Their skill will get them far throughout the fun and exciting adventure. And it'll be called the Quest of the Doodle Hero. The Doodle Hero must get to the Hidden Kingdom Paint Palace in order to retrieve clues where the scale marker may be. Here, the Doodle Hero may also play minigames with their creature companions. Examples: Delicious Delights, a minigame where you toss your creature's favorite foods and treats into his or her mouth. The levels get harder each time as your creature bobs its mouth around the screen. Each level earns 15 doodle coins. Another game, Rapid Race, the traditional running game using your fantastical creature to race against other DC players. The creature can race at rainbow rivers, cloudy corners, darkened drives, sunflower streets, seashore, or misty mountains. The racetracks all have doodle coins with them and prizes. First, 250 doodle coins, second, 150 doodle coins, third, 50 doodle coins, and fourth, 20 doodle coins. One more game suggestion, Creature Care, a mini game where you build up the trust, affection, happiness, and growth in your creature. You may give your creature a bath, pet them, give them a nap, feed them, change what accessories they're wearing, and even play a traditional game of fetch. The creature's growth affects their appearance. Filling up their growth bar will age them and make them more powerful each time. If you want your creature to be a little baby again, you can buy the Creature Redemption Potion for 800 doodle coins. All of the creature's stats will stay the same, though. Earning doodle coins can also get you art supplies such as magical sketchbook that, when sketched upon, the sketches come to life. Much like an animation. Although they remain on the sketchbook, they can be of great help. All the Doodle Hero has to do is whisper, help me to the sketch, and it will do its best ability to, although it keeps itself on the pages of the sketchbook. Doodle coins buy many, many more cool art supplies from Paint Palace through mini-games to help on the adventure. So I really liked the detail and description of this. I think the mini-games are pretty interesting. I was wondering about, I guess I can see where people want to do races and have art contests and art competitions, and I think those are interesting. I mean, that is something we could definitely consider in the virtual world. I just wasn't sure if we should actually include all that because it might mess up the focus of the game, but I really like the idea. So I think that this is definitely an awesome submission, and I'm going to go ahead and approve it. That means they can get up to 3 glow-in-the-dark bracelets mailed to them for free and 5,000 doodle coins. So let's check out some more. Okay, here's one. This is a road maker, which is kind of a cool idea. You have to finish the crossword. For bonus points, you have to draw a road. Okay, so I think I don't necessarily agree with having a crossword puzzle as a minigame to beat to finally get the marker, but it is a good idea. It's an idea I didn't consider. So for this, since it's the first suggestion I've seen with the crossword puzzle at this point, I'm going to approve it. But I wouldn't necessarily approve this because I think we need something more visual instead of crossword puzzles to solve. Okay. Okay, my idea, the bridge marker could be hiding in a place that could be camouflaged. Um, and say what kind of marker you'll want to find and show in Doodle Club, I guess. And you have to at least name all the markers you found, and you have to draw with the marker amazing things. And once again, it's not clear what puzzles and challenges you have to face. So, um, can you list the puzzles and challenges you have to solve or beat to get the marker? Add add that to the project and resubmit, and I'll check it out. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. I think there were a couple other good ones that I saw. Here's one for the leaf marker. You have to defeat swarming bees, which I think is a cool idea. You rather go ahead and get the leaf marker after killing the killing the protecting bees, or you can finish a puzzle and get extra bonus points. So it is kind of interesting to have little gel or bee gels that are around that you could potentially protect yourselves against, or draw leaves to protect yourselves against or something. And then you get the leaf marker. So it's an interesting idea. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is interesting, and so I'm going to approve it. So that gives you an idea of exactly what I'm looking for related to the Game Design Week. And by the way, you get the badge if you get approved. So here's another one. It's you're in a house, you're eating when a big boom was heard. The marker was stolen, said Angry Doodler. Save the marker. The color is leaving. Bonus points for saving the crayon. I don't. Okay, so hang on a second. So what I'm going to do is I would say that this needs to have specific puzzles or adventures to beat to get the to save the crayon. Please list 3 specific ones and resubmit, and I'll check it out. Okay, so there you go. That's my thought on that one. Let me see if maybe we'll just do one more, and it's by Women of the Moon. And okay, first you need a mini game where you match the same color leaves, and this is for the leaf marker. First you need a mini game where you match the same color leaves, and then you pass through that mini game. When you pass through it, there's a huge forest with many trees. You have to go through to find material in the bushes and stuff. So maybe the gel, that's what I'm thinking, the gel and other stuff that you need to build that marker. Then you reach the opening, and the screen changes to a screen where you have to build something super cool to earn lots of bonus points. When you finish building and click save, the screen changes and the marker is in front of you. That's kind of interesting. It's a little different. I mean, she does mention some of the mini games where you have to go and find stuff inside the trees or the leaves. So I'm going to approve it. And there you go. So that should give you a sense of exactly what you need to do to actually get approved for the marker. So I hope you keep that in mind as you submit future projects. Also, people have been submitting stuff for the backstory stuff, which is kind of cool. I have some more of those, and then the minigame tryouts, which I guess no one has done yet. So for the backstory for the markers, it's kind of interesting. And I'm going to read one of these. This is once again by Tealter. Hang on, let me make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Tealterquiz. I want to say turquoise for some reason, but anyways. A powerful artist, Willow Gardner, who was rather passionate over dragons and reptilian creations, decided to create a tool to help her better perfect the art of drawing a scale-like pattern. She was particularly pleased when it proved to work magnificently, although its perfection attracted many who would use it in a dark way. Willow Gardner never knew this, however. That's when Alder the artist appeared to Willow in a rush after asking his most trusted ceramic sculpture of a wise old lion about the marker. Though right as he appeared, Willow was in tears on the ground, surrounded by her reptilian friends. This is why the Doodle Hero must help. Returning the scale marker to Willow would help her to continue creating reptile creatures. She would also definitely lend it to you. So it's kind of interesting. I think it lays the foundation for what potentially would be interesting, where markers are built by some of these magical creatures in Chroma World, magical artists in Chroma World. So I'm going to go ahead and approve it. And there's some other interesting stories, which is cool. It's called The Marker Box of Doom. This one is by Angry Doodler. And this is the marker box of Doom. It came from a volcano. This was the machine that did it. Now, I feel like there should be more of an explanation of exactly why the volcano actually produced it. So what I'm going to say is, okay, it's an interesting start, but can you let me know, hang on a second, know how or why it came from the volcano? Okay, thanks, and resubmit with the changes. Okay, so there you go. So that's it for now. Okay, so that's it for today's Ask CCH. I wanted to cover some of the stuff from Game Design Week. Thanks again for checking it out. I hope it gives you an idea of what is expected from for earning the Game Designer badge. I wish everyone the best of luck. Embrace the power of the doodle. Take care.